Today we're going to go back a couple of years to core set 2020. I think this should be pretty fun to open because if you look at my earlier videos, you'll find that one of the first videos I posted on my channel was me opening a box of core 2020. I feel like at this point the quality of the opening is hopefully a little bit better than that, but there's a lot of cool stuff in this set also, some pretty decent value as well. So just before we get into that though, we'll have a quick word about the sponsor of the video, Face to Face Games. Use code 8thPlaceDave to save 5% on your order at Face to Face Games, Canada's largest Magic the Gathering store, where qualified orders receive free shipping Canada-wide. Support the channel and visit facetofacegames.com today. So as I was saying, there's a lot of good stuff in here. For being a core set, you know, the value is actually quite good. You've got like the cycle of ley lines. There is a land cycle in here, but it's pretty crappy with the temples. I believe those are in here, right? There's a lot of good rares though. Ones that initially weren't really too exciting, I guess. Like Field of the Dead. I think it always had some value, but you know, it wasn't the $20 plus card that it is today, even though it's banned in some formats. You got Golos, which is also banned in Commander, but it still has value. It's pretty decent mythics. You got the mythic cycle of the elementals, whatever they're called. Cavaliers, I believe. Some really good uncommons in here, actually. The big one is... Here's a good one, actually, right here. Vampire of the Dire Moon. But the big one is Veil of Summer. I think this card is pretty decent, too. Like, it doesn't really see play anywhere, but it seems pretty powerful to me. I've always been a little bit surprised that this is kind of bulk. There's a Templar right there. It's basically worthless. And also in this set is when I believe the ratio of foil rares, or ratio of foils in general, got increased. So you started seeing more foils in boxes starting with this set. So prior to this, you would see one, maybe if you're lucky, two foil rares in a box. But with this one, it wouldn't be uncommon to find 3 foil rares in your box. Alright, there's the uncommon Chandra. So this box, or this set, is kind of themed around Chandra. Here's another good uncommon, Risen Reef. So there's kind of like a Chandra tribal thing you can build in here. What am I doing? This will be a cool stuff pile. I don't really need these lands and stuff. So we got foil, rare, mythic, cool stuff, uncommon, common. Okay. Golos, nice. It's a pretty good hit. Put it here. 2 for 2 on foils. I don't think there's any terribly good commons. Another Chandra. Planar Cleansing. It's playable. It's been reprinted a few times. Fry. It's pretty good uncommon. Once again, very playable, just not a whole lot of value. Chandra. That's a pretty good card. I don't know if that was in one of the Planeswalker decks or not. Or Planeswalker decks, the Challenger decks or not. We'll put it there though. It is a pretty powerful 3 mana Planeswalker. I definitely played that in Standard. Gargos. Right, the Hydra Lord. A foil steel overseer. So there's foil rare number 1. Let's track those, see how many foil rares we get. Gargos is one that I could see being popular at some point. I mean, Hydras is a pretty popular tribe, I think. So having a Hydra Lord seems good. Does that say Hydras cost? Yes, it does. Hydras cost 4 less to cast. Well, I guess you better have a pretty big discount on your 6 drop there. Another Fry. Spectral Sailor. I think this is the first time it was printed. That's a good card. Hanged Executioner. Field of the Dead, nice. I think that's the most valuable rare in this set. Possibly the most valuable card in this set, which is pretty crazy seeing as it is banned in some formats. I don't know, is it banned in I believe it's banned in Pioneer. I don't know if it's banned in Modern. I think it might be. So I guess the demand is just from Commander. I don't know if it's played in Legacy or not. It could be. Cavalier Flame. I don't know if that's one of the valuable ones or not, but I'll put it here. It's a mythic. Pretty cool anyway. I think the big one is the green one. This definitely saw some play in Standard though. Rotting Registrar, that's a pretty good card. See, look how many foils we're getting already. Up to 5. Don't know if that should go in the cool stuff pile. We'll put it there for now. It almost feels like opening a set box, getting a foil in every pack. I think this card's pretty good too. Like you get, yeah, so you get 3 elementals with haste for 4 mana. It just seems pretty powerful to me. There's another temple and another foil. Remember when this was printed, I thought the temples were gonna regain some of their value with them being introduced into Standard again, because the first time around, like, people weren't really excited about them with them coming into play tapped when they were printed in the Theros block. But despite that, you know, some of them did get upwards of like $10-ish, because they were good dual lands in Standard, even though they came into play tapped. Omnath, nice. So I kind of felt like the same thing might happen with them being reintroduced to Standard, but it didn't really. Never really gained much value, and at this point they're printed in Commander decks and things, and they're basically worthless. Scheming Symmetry, that's a pretty good rare. Got a Johnny's Pridemate token. Rule of Law is a good uncommon too. Sure, we'll put it here. Leyline, nice. It's a good rare. It's in one of the Commander decks coming out with Commander Legends, though, I think. Yeah. Tails End. It's a pretty cool card, actually. Basically, if we can get like a foil Veil of Summer. It's an uncommon with a lot of value. I don't think it's being actually. It's being reprinted in the list, right? Oxon Life Chatter. This is another card that I think is pretty cool. Like I don't know if it should be a bulk rare or not, but it's a pretty powerful effect. You know, you can pay 6 mana, and in Commander potentially give this thing plus 40. Seems like you could do something with that. Colossus Hammer, it's a good uncommon. Voracious Hydra. That was a big one in Standard and in Pioneer for a bit too. I'm not sure if it still is or not. We'll check it after the video anyway. Rhineborn Cutthroat, it's a pretty good card. Shared Summons, pretty decent too. Yeah, just in this set, it seems like there's very few cards where they're obviously bulk and they don't see play anywhere. It's like you see how small my pile of just regular rares is. And I've even got things like these in it, which, you know, those are playable and they have a bit of value. Dread Presence. It's kind of a bulky one, but once again, it's a unique effect, and it could see play somewhere. Cavalier of Dawn, cool. I think that one's... pretty sure that one's not particularly valuable, but it's pretty cool to get another mythic there. Leyline of Sanctity, that's a good one. Season of Growth is a decent uncommon there too. In the one box of Core 2020 that I opened a long time ago, I got 0 Veil of Summers in it. Hopefully we can get at least one here. There's another Temple. A Chandra emblem here. For the 6 mana Chandra. Card which is quite good. Play that in my Pioneer deck. Embodiment of Agonies. I've been playing that Pioneer deck a lot on stream, on Arena, well in the Explorer format, but it's basically the Pioneer deck. It's been a lot of fun though. Bloodthirsty Aerialist is a pretty decent uncommon, I think. Not sure about Safara there. Flood of Tears, a foil shared summons, so there's foil rare number 2. I wonder if we'll get 3. Around 12 packs left, I think. So like a third of the box left. Another Temple. Goblin Ringleader is a pretty good uncommon. Same with Corpse Knight, actually. And these are 3 good uncommons. Thrashing Brontodon did have quite a bit of value the first time it was printed in Rivals, but it's been reprinted so many times. Still good, though. There's a good uncommon, Angel of Vitality. We'll put that here. Drakaseth, pretty good too. Legions End. I think that one's kind of bulky. Was this the first printing of Meteor Golem? It might have been. Flinthorn Buccaneer. Card that's pretty good, but never really got there. It's pretty good, but not quite good enough. I think this one's pretty decent. Elemental Lord. Keftis. Gethys had some value for a while. I'm not sure what it's at right now. It's another mythic. Still 0 Veil of Summers. Dungeon Geist. Not so exciting. Noxious Grasp. Cavalier of Gales. That's cool. So I think we've gotten all of the cards from the cycle that Veil of Summer is in, minus the Veil of Summer. There's a Leyline of the Void. That's a nice one. The green Leyline in this cycle was quite good also, but that got banned in Pioneer. Graphic Digger's Cage. It's pretty good, just doesn't have a whole lot of value anymore. Drawn from Dreams. We got 2 packs left. Can we find a Veil of Summer? I think there's one right there. Yep. Alright. Finally got one. Brought back. That has combo potential. Rule of Law, good uncommon. And our last pack here. 5 mythics. It's about average. Risen Reap, there's a good uncommon. Let's try and slow roll this last one. It's a rare. It's a 4/5. What is that? A Temsis All-Seeing. Alright. So we got 2 foil rares. Once again, though, that is, higher than it previously was. Like normally you'd only get like 1 foil rare per box prior to M20. I'm interested to do a little recap though and see exactly what's all in here. So I'm gonna set this out and come back to you in a second. Alright, so here's all the cool stuff. And overall, it was a pretty good box. It wasn't amazing, but it was definitely not a bad box. It was basically a break-even one. So you can see we got 5 mythics here. Overall, the mythics were pretty weak, actually. Omnath is the best one at like, $8-ish. The rest of these, they're not terrible, but, not big hits. I guess the Green Cavalier is really the only big one at the moment. Some pretty good rares, though. Field of the Dead is the best one in the set, despite, being banned. But, yeah, definitely a good card. Did manage to get a Veil of Summer, so that's pretty sweet. Same thing with Golos. Banned in Commander, but still has value. Got 3 ley lines. Got the 3 good ley lines, actually. The red one is kind of bulk. The green one is also kind of bulk. That's because it's banned in Pioneer. Some other decent rares here. Got 2 foil rares. Both of them are pretty decent, actually. I'm kind of happy with these ones. Some other nice uncommons. Like, there's a lot of really good uncommons in this set. Things like this have some pretty good value, and then you got Veil of Summer, obviously, and there's even more, like things like this. Maybe they're not huge value hits, but these are definitely good playable uncommons. So as of the filming of this video, we've got Commander Legends 2, or Commander Legends something Baldur's Gate coming out shortly, but I'm planning to open up a bit of product for that as well, so if you're interested to see that, keep an eye out for it. Otherwise though, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. It'd be cool if you could like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. I'd encourage everyone to come join my Discord server. You can find a link to that in the video description below. And also I'd like to take a moment to thank all the patrons who support me on Patreon. If that's something you're interested in, you can find a link to that in the video description as well. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.